Welcome everybody to ANRP's first community meeting of beta. I hope everybody has been enjoying the server. I know that a lot of time, sweat, blood, and tears has gone into it. It's been amazing being able to see everybody actually in the server role playing and enjoying themselves. From what I've been hearing amongst the community, by and large, everybody's really enjoying it. They are saying that the server plays very, very smooth. There are, of course, minor hiccups here and there, but that's to be expected. Um, and we greatly appreciate everybody who is in the server working on testing stuff for us while we work towards a actual full live launch. Excuse me. Um, right now we are coming to the end of what is the 2 weeks of our beta, and we have discussed amongst staff and kind of gotten a game plan in terms of where we're going from here with the server. As it sits right now, beta will continue past the 2 weeks. The development team for the server is going to continue to work on what we can to get everything done to get the server in a little bit more of a playable state. We want to try and fix as much as we possibly can before rolling into a live. That live will be a full wipe. I want to preface that. When we launch into live, there will be a full wipe. That being said, this is a great chance for people that want to come into the server and want to kind of see how things work and see what's going on, what we've got, and everything. It's a great time to kind of see what's going on. And to preface this, I should have mentioned, originally our plan for beta was to, after the 2 weeks was done, was to completely shut down the server for about a month and work on things, get things a little bit more squared away. That plan has since changed. And like I said, we are going to continue beta while we continue to test, continue to work on things, get things moved into a environment where we can launch into a live state. Where did Morningstar go?
I
He's
don't
down
know,
there.
but
Okay.
real
Yes.
quick, with Bird saying that we're with us extending this beta phase, the applications for services branches will also remain open. I will specify a date until later. I will specify a date later this evening. However, they at this time they will remain open.
Are you talking about the actual physical Discord ones, or are you talking about the actual in-city ones, or both?
In-city ones.
Okay.
Both.
So if you're
just the ones in the server.
Okay. So if you're interested in joining BCSO or SASP, go to the respective stations. SASP is open too. Gotcha. So if you're interested in joining either of the PD departments, go to the respective station. For BCSO, their station is located up in Toledo, and SASP is out of Mission Row. So go to the respective location, fill out a in-character application there. There is a location if you're having problems with it. Put in, I believe the non-emergent one is 311 for the dispatch.
This is correct.
So put in a 311, say, hey, I need help for applying, for a position in LEO. and somebody will hopefully come and help you if they're not too busy. Same with Sapphire. Sapphire applications are also open if you're interested in either EMS or SAMS. Uh, Go to the hospital within the city, and you'll be able to put in a application there for EMS. SADOT. I don't remember 100% how their applications are. I believe they're over at the SADOT yard. I could be wrong on that, but I'm assuming they're probably also accepting applications. Yeah, Morningstar.
Are-
What?
I haven't checked. I don't know if they're at the hospital, but I know they're at the front counter at the fire station
Okay. So
for us.
for sure, Station 42 down on Vespucci, where the old fish market used to be. If you're interested in EMS, you can always go there. I believe I'd have to double check. I believe there's ones at the hospital. Apps are at the front counter, I think, for SADOT. Sure, we'll go with that. So if you're interested in SADOT, front desk at the tow yard, Sapphire EMS, I believe, hospital for sure down at Station 42 at the old fish market. So if you're interested in services, in character applications, go to the respective place, fill out an application there. It should be right on the desk. If you're having problems, put in a request and somebody will come and assist you with that request. I want to thank everybody who's gone and jumped in to the city. I know that there's been some issues and there's some growing pains. I appreciate everybody's patience and understanding while we work on some of these issues. I know that by far the vehicle keys have been causing us the most amount of headaches. It's not just causing you guys headaches. It is causing me untold amount of gray hairs, trust me. It is a huge pain in my backside, and we are working as much as we possibly can to try and get this issue rectified. Um, what we had happen was is we were trying a new vehicle keys script. It was promising in our development. It worked really, really well when we put it into this beta and people started coming into the city. We started noticing issues with locals and stuff like that, obviously having problems. That issue was eventually rectified with the developer. They corrected that issue. However, there was still problems with the actual vehicle keys, being able to hotwire and do other stuff. Because of the number of problems that we had with it, we decided to go ahead and scrap that vehicle keys system and revert back to something we're a little bit more familiar with, which is what is currently in city. Um, right now, we are working on trying to get all of the wrinkles with that one fully fixed. As I understand it, there is a problem uh, pulling the vehicle out of garage more than once, um, which is obviously not the way that the script is intended to be, but we will work to get that issue rectified as soon as possible. And it is on our radar, as well as a couple of other different things. We know that moving into a live environment, we did beta to test a couple of different things, not just script wise. We went, as a lot of people have probably noticed, the economy is a lot more forgiving than what we've done previously. By and large, it is working very, very, very well. Um, there are some places where we are going to need to do tweaks to the economy, moving from beta to live. So expect that to change once we do move into a live environment. Obviously, additionally, locations and stuff like that for anything criminal will also be changed so that everybody, once we do have live, starts on an equal footing. Um, in terms of roleplay in the server, we would love to be able to test more things. There are other criminal aspects that I know Savage wants to give people items for to see how they go. That being said, we do need to see a bit more services on to be able to reach the threshold. We did lower that threshold for beta to be able to test those things, but we do need at least some presence from especially law enforcement, kind of see how they operate in a actual role play capacity. So if we can start getting some more cops into the server so that we can hopefully see those things come to light and see how they actually function in a role play environment, we would greatly appreciate it, because there's some stuff that is very intriguing, I'll say, and very different. It's not stuff that we've had before. Um, that being said, I've touched on everything I think I need to. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to our members of management. Anything from you guys? Not all at once.
Nope, I said what I wanted to say. Applications will remain open until the 1st of August on midnight of that night for everybody.
The only thing that I'll bring up is, like Bird said, I appreciate you guys, coming in, testing things out with us. We do understand that, certain things, take some time to fix and get working properly. We're doing all we can to get that done. I have, made it known to the one who's in charge of services, that'd be Sticks, to try to get the envelope pushed to try to get some more law enforcement on, so you guys can experience some more things as far as robberies go and whatnot that we plan on doing in the server. However, I will touch on it, that if you guys do discover a bug or any type of bugs, please don't be DMing devs, don't be DMing staff, including, if there's rule breaks or whatnot, please don't be DMing staff unless that member of staff instructs you to send them, a video or whatever the case is. Make a ticket, put all your information in there, because then it won't get buried in DMs. That's all I have.
Yeah. If you are experiencing a problem in server, please use the proper channels at your disposal. First step, always try and put in a report in city. If you don't get a response back within 5 to 10 minutes, open up the associated ticket in the Discord, and somebody will be able to assist you promptly, or at least tag the individuals that will be able to assist you. Helps us with being able to actually keep track of what needs working on and who needs help. If you have a bug ticket open, by all means, if it is related to that issue and you're experiencing something else that is specific to that issue, like if you're having problems with vehicle keys in the dealerships, but you're also having problems with the garages or giving keys to somebody else, then by all means include that information in your current bug ticket. But if you have something else, like say you're having problems at the recycling job, please open a separate ticket so that things aren't getting so it's quote unquote cross contaminated between the tickets. if there's too much stuff in there, sometimes they can get a little convoluted. So 1 issue per ticket, please.
You're convoluted.
I am convoluted. What's your point?
One thing I'd like to mention for I know there's been some talk from the services people of Sonoran being a little bit of a bother. I would like to say that we will be looking at trying other alternates in the future. So do not things to anybody that does that things are changing. Like this is an active beta. I mean, you guys know what we mean when we say beta. Like it's you can expect change. As Bert has said, with locations and everything like that, I wouldn't expect anything to remain exactly the same.
By all means, also, guys, if you have suggestions, please put them into the suggestions channel. We are here because we want to make sure that your voices are also heard to, see, potentially have you guys see like what you want in the server as well. We will do everything in our power to make it happen, or we will, find something that will be an alternative that will replicate your idea as best as we possibly can within the workings.
Yeah, as much as we are a team of people working on this server, we are also a team of people enjoying this server. So your guys' ideas mean a good bit, and they're needed because not all of us look at the angles that you guys might look at things from.
I've said it before, we can test things and we can test for functionality, but I'm not gonna be able to do or think of everything that, how somebody else might do it. I when I test a script, I test it for actual functionality in terms of how it was intended to be used. I'm not going in testing a robbery, thinking about bringing in a garbage truck to try and block the shit off, because some of y'all be really fucking wild. By all means, voice your idea. Do we have any update on? I probably not. Do we have a update on the questions and answers form at all? And if so, can we get that started to get pushed out so that people that in any questions that people do have, we can have them start filling that sheet out?
I don't know if anyone's gotten a hold of Watson.
Okay. It's entirely possible he might not be available.
Worst
Do we
case scenario,
have the one from last? I apologize, everybody, for the stuff.
No, that's Watson's.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, revert to the chat within this call. I will try my best to copy and paste them to a notepad.
I will. I'll do so. I'll work on doing something right now. Just
okay. Appreciate it, Sticks.
Burn oil.
Well, moving on from previous, Savage, do you have anything in terms of the gang stuff? How long gang applications are going to remain open? Or anything else like that in terms of criminal RP for the city?
Need to see more crims out there so I can start getting more stuff out. Gang apps will be open until either we get the gangs that we're looking for or we shut them down in between going to live. But they'll go right back up after live starts. So there's more crim stuff coming. As I said, I need to see more people out there doing crime. There's only a handful of people right now that I see doing criminal activity. So it's hard for me to start pushing more things to people when there's other ones that already have their niches and love what they're doing. So, but start bringing in more criminal RP, and I'll start bringing out more criminal activities for you to do.
Yep. To be fair, Savage has an entire laundry list of things that we want to bring to the server. He's waiting so that he doesn't overload the developers and make us want to kill him with the amount of shit that we would have to work on. And B,
Wait, you don't want to kill him?
I played the fifth. Um, in addition, we also want to have some stuff reserved for things that we can change out later on and give you guys some diversity in the types of roleplay that you guys are going to be able to have. But that's going to be once we launch into a live environment. Tropic Thunder Cuff and stuff.
I'm just playing a dude. I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Promise I'm doing something over here. I swear to God.
Yep. Uh-huh. I'm waiting for my bonus points. That being said, okay. Tyler was up here. I'm guessing he's having problems. But talking about the business side of things, since our dear Watson isn't able to be here with us today, business apps are, to the best of my knowledge, remaining open. At least through beta. There have been a number of different applications. If you have submitted an application already, don't need to resubmit another one. As some of you might have noticed, a member of our staff team did leave for their own personal reasons. We wish them the best and understand their reason for stepping down. But we still move forward. We still keep going. If you've already submitted a business application, him leaving will not have any kind of negative impact on your application. And if it's been accepted, then it'll continue to move forward. If you are interested in owning a business in the server, submit an application in the Discord. It will be reviewed and it will be discussed and see if we can get it in. Just because you submit an application, though, please keep in mind that does not guarantee the fact that you will get said business. Depending on the location, depending on a lot of different variables, we might try and discuss with you, see if you're comfortable with an alternate location or anything like that. But by and large, we'll try and work with as many people as we possibly can.
It is posted in the chat of the community meeting. Please,
If you have
put your fingers to use.
If you have any kind of questions for any members of staff, myself, developers, anything like that, by all means, get them in there. This is off topic, but I am normally free every night, and I am just one message away. If you ever need another LEO on, there you go. Who's Mahoney's? He's Fire's department, isn't he? He's SASP. Yeah. Okay. Fire. There you go. Get your troopers online. I want to thank everybody for their patience while we were working through this beta too. It's a new server, it's a new development. This is not exactly a position that I'm the most comfortable in. I'm trying to make the best of it that I possibly can. And I'm thus far very proud of the effort that our staff team thus far has put forward. I think our staff team has done an absolutely incredible job, personally. Additionally, if you have any suggestions for what you guys want to see, whether it be in live or in beta, anything that you want to see, um, post it up in suggestions. We will look at it. We will try and see what we can do. I know that there's a couple of things that have been discussed and are either in the process of being implemented or have already been implemented. The changing to the character menu and the clothing menu specifically was a request, so that people could actually customize the characters a little bit more. There was another request in there that was reviewed and put into place. So, but back to the members of management. Anything else from any of you guys? Launcher, are you planning any kind of events or activities or anything like that for the community during beta, or are you waiting for full live release?
He might be in playing the ultra realistic farming sim again.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
That's Saturday. I ain't working.
Well, did you hear the question I even asked?
No, I actually didn't. What's
Okay.
up?
Are you planning any kind of community events or any kind of anything going on
Yes.
during beta, or are you waiting for the full live launch?
I'm kind of just waiting for live and, player population. I want people to be there. I want people to enjoy it. I put a lot of work into some of these things that I've been working on. So
Okay, so note to self: if you guys want to have a community event, bug the crap out of them and request it,
yep.
and be in city for it.
You guys can tag the shit out of me, whatever you want, with whatever you feel like would be a cool idea. I don't have a problem with that. Just know that it'll take some time. It'll take some planning. Gotta make sure that everybody's cool with it. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of problems.
Can you just bug him in general? I mean, I give him a mass amount of shit on a daily basis, but
Y'all can just bug the shit out of me anyway if y'all want to. I don't have a problem with it. Hey, I'll be talking to somebody. Just know that Monday through Sunday through Friday I'm pretty fucking busy, and Saturdays are technically my only day off. So other than that, that's pretty much all for me. I mean,
all right. Anything from any of our other management members? I think actually all of our management members covered, with the exception of Amara. So I guess I'll touch a little bit on server financials. Right now, we are obviously, with us working on getting beta finished up and starting to cross that bridge between beta and live. Obviously, it's not going to be an overnight thing. We will be addressing and looking at what is going to be offered on our Tebex store for individuals that do want to support the server. That goes for not just the community, but also as staff members. I'm not paying them. So obviously I have to I feel obligated to compensate staff in other ways. So
I will tell you the favors that I would like in DMs.
you you can whisper sweet nothings in my ear later. What you I didn't even understand what you said. I will say that at least since being back here, I've had an amazing RP with everyone I've come across. I've enjoyed the shit out of RPing with everyone again, and it's been the best time gaming I've had in months. Honestly, that is greatly appreciated, Mahoney. I hope that not just you, but everybody else that it has come and been in the server holds that same opinion. I know that I've only been in the city once since it launched just because I've been so busy on the backside of things. But the one time I was in city, it was amazing being able to see everybody and role play and do stuff with everybody again. It's part of the reason why I love this community so much is that, you know, a lot of us have kind of been doing it for a long time, and yet we're still able to surprise each other by and large. So
What I would
it's
appreciate is if you guys could use your voices and use the response link.
AKA if you have any questions, fill out the community questions in the text chat, I think is what he's saying. Because I have a very difficult time believing that nobody has any questions.
Very difficult time. And I tested it. I made sure it worked. I said potato, tomato is the same, question mark. It worked.
Please follow those questions. I'm begging you.
Anything from anybody else in staff that they need disseminated to the general population. Going once. Going twice. Questions? Any questions, Sticks?
We got one.
Okay. At least there's one.
So this question is for the services staff. It says just so I can put something in. An idea I have a lot of I have had a lot of places. Could we make like a cop bar, a bar ran by any Leo department, as like a place anyone can go, but a place law enforcement or staffer can go off duty if they want. Well, anybody can go anywhere in the city off duty that they want. I understand the gist of what you're getting at. That is completely up to whoever wants to open up a business application. Keep in mind, though, you have to go over the rules that you have if you're going to step into a whitelisted role, such as being services. If you're part of the command level element, you may not be the sole owner and profiteer of that business. I implore you all, use reading skills. It seems like that is partially lacking. You may not be the sole owner and profiteer of the establishment. Good day.
All right, that's it. Sticks and Bert are going in on a bean machine together.
On a coffee joint, dude?
Services loves coffee. Of course, I'll have to hide the donuts from you.
You have to hide the pop. They make protein Pop Tarts now, dude. Fucking can't get me off of them.
Or the Ghost 7-Up.
But yes, in terms of owning a business, if you are a whitelisted job, if you are not of a supervisor level, that is the rank, not necessarily position or any extra stuff that you have. If you are a supervisor rank or above, then you may not own or be the sole profiteer of a business. Player owned business, I should say. Is rules as written. So if you are a cadet, a trooper, or a deputy, or anything like that, and you're not sergeant or above, or LEO, then yes, you can open and put in for a business. But keep in mind that that might limit your ability to advance within law enforcement. So, weigh the pros and cons. It's highly dependent upon you as an individual and what you're looking for in your role play and where you feel that your story is going to. Any other questions there, Sticks?
Got one more.
All right.
We got two more, huh? So this is for the staff overall. Is there a knowledge as of right now of a percent of the population will be civs? Whoever's question this is not a dumb question by any means, but I implore you, please elaborate in the chat here so I understand what you mean.
I think
We don't require anybody. We don't dictate what your story is as you see fit.
Yep.
We don't dictate who you role play as or anything like that. That is all on you.
Are we talking like civs, crims, cops, or are we talking, overall population of who's going to be civ? Are we including criminals in that population percentage? And not to mention, I'm not going through and auditing what each individual person does personally.
This third question is for services staff solely, and I fear as if somebody may need to recharge their headset or something. What about a supervisor being a co-owner in a business? You may not be the sole profiteer of an establishment if you are a supervisor or above. Again, sole profiteer.
So, AKA Bird as the assistant chief of Sappher and Place as the sheriff of BCSO, if we wanted to co-own a business together, that would be allowed if I'm understanding the rules correctly, Sticks.
Yes.
So, if you are of a supervisor or above, you can own a business, but it has to be co-owned with somebody else. The reason for that being is because as a player-owned business, you have the potential to make a lot of money a lot faster, especially as a individual that is of the upper ranks of services. Again, has the potential to make a large amount of money relatively quickly. We're trying not to break the economy in the first week of live being open.
And moreover, I know that this was an issue previously in Ascend. I know that this was an issue of new people coming into the community and seeing, oh damn, this is filled up by XYZ person, and being intimidated and opening a business application. And I am simply trying to limit that. I want everybody to feel welcome and feel as if they have a fair shake when it comes to wanting to do things in roleplay.
The only thing that we do heavily regulate in terms of services and whitelisted jobs in general is your capability of being a part of and that is to say a actual member on a alternate soul of being in a criminal organization. That is the
Meaning you will
only
have
thing.
no official knowledge of what may potentially be behind that door, where that door may be, what might the code be to get in that door. It's simply because that was also another big issue that we had, is simply people being shitty and having the opportunity to metagame it. That you are going to have those people that will do it. And again, I am simply trying to make sure that it's fair for everybody, and everybody on the criminal side that chooses to do that can do so without fear of some shithead cop being like, oh, I'm gonna make a crim character, figure this out. Metagame these fucks. For lack of a eloquent wording.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would say that with the wording on that would be anything close to eloquent, but it was stated.
I said for lack thereof.
So I understand that it's possibly not to everybody's taste. I understand that it might limit a lot. Keep in mind that these are not 100% written in stone. If we see things in the server, they might possibly change in the future, but at least as of right now, rules as written, that is how it is going to be for the time being. And I built actually no wait, wasn't there some kind of this you know what? I'll talk to you about it later, Sticks. That's a separate
Oh,
that's a separate um conversation.
Love y'all.
No, I know what it was, and we actually never. That's a lack on my end. I apologize. We never actually made that amendment. It's gonna feel like people are being picked on and segregated with me saying this. However, this is only going to apply if you have a whitelisted character in the Department of Justice, the Sheriff's Office, or the State Troopers. If you're in SAFA or SADOT, cool, whatever. Go be part of a whitelisted gang. Enjoy yourself. This will only apply to those that will have anything to do with the justice system.
Does that just for clarification because we do have DLC in it. If anybody does DLC also fall into that role?
No, absolutely not. You know, I mean, I don't think there's no crazy benefit from doing DOC. I don't think that Department of Corrections would fall in that until it's an issue. Like Bird said, these aren't set in stone. I'll give you guys some room to hang yourselves. It's up to you if you do it.
So there you go. If you guys are not a part of either PD department, if you guys are not part of DOJ and you're in a whitelisted job, you may join a whitelisted gang on a separate character. Obviously, you can't join it on the same character. That would fall into a corruption role.
Corruption. Also, as far as DOC goes, I believe my husband is planning on being around tomorrow all day and doing interviews in city, as well as I believe they have an application spot up at the prison.
If they don't, we'll have him reach out to me and I'll see if I can add one in if it's not there already. Is he doing open interviews or does he already have a couple of interviewees?
I believe he's planning on doing open interviews.
Okay. So, if you guys are listening to this and you guys have any interest in being a part of the Department of Corrections in the city, head to Bolingbrook tomorrow. Ask for a person that works there, figure it out in character, and talk to him there. DOC is a relatively new department that we're working on trying to get actually rolling. Um, and thus far, I think it shows a lot of promise. It's got a lot of different things that you can do that is a little bit different than what you would see normally out on patrol. Additionally, it also is a great way for people to be able to interact with, you know, individuals that are in the prison, you know. So there's different types of role play there. It's different than what we've done before. Is there someone doing real estate? That is something I wanted to learn this time around. At least for beta, we're not doing real estate per se right now. If you are interested, open up a ticket and we can kind of discuss it there, or at least staff can discuss it with you there. Um, at least for beta, that's not exactly something that we're testing right now. But yeah, if you're interested in doing real estate, or if you are interested in doing real estate at some point in time, it will be a thing. It will, we will need people for it, but who's actually going to head it up because of information and stuff like that that they have, more than likely it will be a staff member who actually does run it, but doesn't hurt if you want to have another job under your belt. Do we have any other questions on the thing there, Sticks?
Nope.
All
That's
right.
where we have stopped.
All right. I greatly appreciate everybody. Thank you for taking time of your Saturday. The server will be coming up here in a little while. Give me some time to get some stuff updated on the backside of things. I'll put out an announcement once the server has gone back up. With any luck, hopefully we'll see at least a good handful of you guys in the city tonight and be able to see some really good role play. I know that there's a number of different higher level crimes and stuff like that that we've been kind of itching to see play out in the server. So I'm interested to see how that stuff goes. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being patient during our beta phase. Thank you guys for enjoying the server that we've worked so hard to prepare for you guys, and patience that you guys have shown while we get this thing figured out and moved towards a live situation. So thank you guys. With that, we're going to go ahead and call this community meeting complete. I appreciate everybody's time. If you guys do have any questions after this, by all means, feel free to open up a ticket. We'll be more than happy to help you guys out there. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great Saturday, everybody.